Hi everyone, welcome back to Plum Mashable. So it's about that time when we have to go over the last 6 months in my planner. I love doing these videos. It's like a walk down memory lane. So if you want to come on that little walk with me, then let's jump in. Alright, so I'm going to jump straight into where I left off after my last video. I will link that one down below for you so you can go and check it out if you want to. All these videos are basically me just going back and kind of looking how I've changed even my planning from 6 months ago. So this was the first week of July. This is using the Tender Designs Home Sweet Home kit, and I did a little bit of watercolouring for this sort of flipper thing. The flippers during the footy season really are the hardest things for me to do, and you'll sort of see a bunch of different versions of them through here. But they always change, and I love that they always change. So I've got all my sort of bits and pieces. You can see sort of as things got here. I was doing my expected mail at that point. I swear I've been doing that for a while. So I've got work stuff, little things. And then this was my Kaisercraft, I think it was Mystic Mermaid, I think it was called. I really love this collection. Something very cool about the holo and the scales. Reminds me a little, well now it does, it's only just sort of jumped into my head. I don't know if you guys know yet, but the new Planners Anonymous kit for April has just been announced, and it's a bit of an oceany, mermaidy kind of thing. So I won't spoil it in case you are interested in it, but if you are, pop over to Instagram. I'm sure it'll be a sneak peek up very soon. Speaking of Planners Anonymous, this actually became one of my favourite weeks. When I got the kit, I really didn't love it, and I'm happy to admit that. It wasn't my thing. I wasn't really going anywhere at the time, and so it kind of felt wasted on me. But there's something about this particular week that just, I think it's the flipper, to be honest. So you've got your sort of, I was going away this week. Ryan and I went over to South Australia to do wedding stuff. So you've got all the travel sort of stuff. I love that plain window. I think that's gorgeous. But then it was this that really sealed the deal for me. So it's this gorgeous little book, which I didn't actually use all that much, the actual book, but I did use plenty of post-it notes on the inside that kind of broke things up a little. And then on the actual flipper itself, I also had my footy details on the inside, and then I had a little shaker in there as well. I just love it. I think that's one of my favorite decorations I actually think I've ever done. It was one of my favorites. So this was the Kaisercraft, oh, what was it called? I've got it, hold on. Hide and seek. Hide and seek! I didn't even have to get up, it came to me as I got up. So this was the hide and seek week. I really did like using the Tombos as to highlight the titles. I felt like that came in with the colours a little bit better. But very, very cute kit. Still think it's very, very cute. But I don't know, I don't think I did it quite as much justice as I could have. This was one of my, oh no it wasn't. I was going to say it's one of my very first mystery line mails, but it definitely wasn't. This was the Sweet Fox. I loved the orange in this kit. I don't know why I don't do orange more often. But it is just very, very pretty. Oh, and this one. This was the Fun Fair kit from Planners Anonymous. This is the best flipper I've ever done, hands down. And I know I just said that about the other one, but this one's probably the very best. So you've got your... That was Denise's idea. I'm not even pretending to take any kind of credit for that. That was Denise's idea with the double spots at the top. And then you had all of the days off and the hoopla and everything, because this was Ryan's birthday, so it was the big hoopla for Ryan. So you had this cute little movable, oh, what do you call it, carousel horses, and that one always did get stuck. So they were stamps that I coloured in with the Tombos, and then back here you had a little pocket book that popped up with all the footy details and just decorations really. But I love the way that one came together. Definitely one of my favourites. Really adore that one. And I loved that. I really loved that sticker. So this was the Kikki K Cute collection, or Sweet collection. I think it was, might be Sweet. That came out at the back end of last year. It had all the little dogs and cats on it. So a really nice one, this one. A little bit simple, but considering the last couple were kind of over the top, that was good. We have another mystery line mail here. This was the Panda. I love the green in this, and it matched really nicely. Those date covers actually came from somewhere else, and that actually nicely matched all together. See, some of my flippers are very basic. These ones are very, very basic. And then these ones are just like way over the top. But that's the like that's the balance, I guess. It's nice to do. So this was using the Life is Wonderful collection from kikki.K. I still love the way this came together, actually. When I did it, I really wasn't sure about it, but it turned out being really nice. Had a really cute little list here, and then this pocket that just has your embrace your imperfections. The pocket actually turned out really well. I was a bit proud of the pocket. And then I've just got my little Planners Anonymous prompt that was there. Why do I love Planners Anonymous so much? Every time I see another one, I go, oh crap, I love this one too. So this was in Bloom. I love the butterfly on the vellum. Not the vellum, the acetate. This was the first one that we had, the acetate. And God, have I just loved it ever since. Seriously, been so great. Do you know what's actually really good too? I've been seeing as we've been going along, like all the wedding things that I did last year. They're making me smile. So I had the little flip outs on the edge. Didn't really write anything on the flip outs. But they were there in case I needed them. But I love that butterfly. This was my first Behaven kit. This was my Harry Potter one. It's actually funny that I'm redoing these the same week I've just done another Harry Potter. So I've got all my bits and pieces. This was my attempt at a no white space week. I didn't do a very good job. It still got plenty of room, plenty of white, but at the same time, it did actually come up really nicely. I'm trying to see, mustn't have done a flipper. Mustn't have done a flipper that week. I'm sort of looking, where are my footy details? Oh, it was the first week of September. It was finals. I didn't need it. That's why. I'm looking at it going, wait, where are they all? So this was another reincarnation of that Sweet range. Just nice to flip it around and do the pink instead of the blue. It's had a cute little, this was a little foldable, it was one of the kikki.K printables, I think. Must have been the September printable. And I just turned it into a little flipper, which I was going to put footy details on, but then of course it's finals, so I didn't. So speaking of finals, this was my grand final week. So it was Collingwood West Coast. So I've got my black and white on one side and my blue and yellow on the other. Was just using some acetate. I love coming up with these ones. These are actually some of my favourite weeks. Are the ones that I kind of make completely from scratch. Like no kit, no anything, just a theme, and that's what I go with. So this was the week of my Hens Night. This is the only Planners Anonymous kit that I have ever doubled up on. I've only ever used this one twice. And what's really funny about that is actually probably one of my least favourite kits. But that said, it actually turned up absolutely beautifully. Whoops, I've got a Christmas thing that's sitting there. So you've got all of the stuff there. And then this was a little flip out that I actually have pinned down because it keeps falling off now. But in here you had a little book with a little sort of stuff to do. I actually had a lot to do that week, so I kind of it actually got used, which doesn't usually happen. But I like the way that die cut sits on there. But like I said, I have been using a paper clip to kind of keep this attached so I didn't lose it. Oh, this was the week inspired by the Barney and Moon unicorn. Unicorn, I'll get it out. Love this one, just gorgeous. Very pastel, very plain, but really, really great. And I loved this little pocket. It's got little notes in here from everything that happened that week. There's also a bit of kikki.K in there. I'm just looking at that going, that's there. This was the Planners Anonymous Holiday Home. Very simple, this one, but I did love this shaker. So you get a little shaker up there just for something different. And then also had the little pocket with the vellum that had been laminated. That was Desley's idea. She's so clever. And also had the little TN pocket opening there as well. Oh. This was another Mystery Lime Mail. This was the Butterflies range. I love this one. Look, see, 3 weeks till the wedding. It's getting exciting now and I'm not even doing it. So I got the little flipper there that was full of to-dos. It's actually funny, at the back end of the year I used them all for to-dos as opposed to footy details. But I've got all those sort of bits and pieces in there. Taylor Swift concert. I was going to say Taylor Hanson concert, but that's not right. This is the Baked with Love kit. Why is it that it's the kits that I'm not initially drawn to that I seem to get more out of? I don't quite understand why that is. This week I was so sick. I was so sick. This was my last week at work before the wedding and I was sick as a dog for most of the week. Do you remember how sick I was? I swore I was going to die on the Tuesday. I seriously thought I was going to die. So I probably didn't use this as much as I could have that week because I was just top priority, don't die. That was all it was. But I have this little cute little book in here that obviously didn't get used as much as it should have because I was so sick, but it is just gorgeous. I do love the little pocket books. I really need to use them more. But I love those stamps. Oh, love them. So this was the week before the wedding. This was the week I had off. So I used the Blue Rose kit from Lime & Mortar. I sat on this one for so long, but it's such a gorgeous kit. I still adore this. It's actually funny, I've seen someone, James used it in his planner this week, and it was just lovely to see that as well. Oh, it's the wedding week. This was using Mumsy and Bub, and this was another one I sat on for so long. Karcher sent it to me probably 5 or 6 months before the wedding, and I just held on to it. My little scuba diver from when we didn't go scuba diving, Ryan.
Don't blame it on me.
I will blame it on you. So
You took the gear.
yes, Ryan. So all the wedding stuff, this obviously didn't get used very much that week because I was not living in my planner, I was living everywhere else. But it also had the planner markets in there as well. My very cute Winnie the Pooh kit from Behaven, I love this one. Happy shops, it wasn't happy mail, it was shops I needed to go to that week, so that's there. I've got my Planners Anonymous Alpine Week. I still love that one. And again, I didn't love this kit, I really didn't, but I loved the shaker. I think the shaker came out really beautifully. And I'm just to show you sort of what it looks like a bit closer. Like, you can go and check out any of these videos, by the way. They won't be linked below, but they're all on my channel. You can search for them. But I really did love that shaker, especially when it was holding sort of bits in it as well. Just so cute. I love that squirrel too. He's adorable. Got to put it back now. I was trying to remember just then why that was so thick, and I remember I put it on that really super thick cardboard, so that would be why. So where are we now? We must be at the back end of November. So yeah, this is the first Christmas week. So unless you didn't know, or if you're new to the channel, I did every week in December was a Christmas week. So this was the first one using the Kaiser Craft Sparkle collection. I loved pink for Christmas. I thought it was something so different, and I don't even like pink. But so different, but so beautiful. I adore that one. This was the Lime & Mortar, oh, what was it called? Golden Christmas. Beautiful kit, and I love, those were the best things ever. I actually probably added in 4 or 5 more because I just had them running around the office everywhere. I've got Ashley's birthday extravaganza in there, which was so much fun too. Then we have my birthday week, otherwise known as my navy blue Kikki K Christmas week. Sometimes it does get a bit dirty in here. And then I had another little pop-up over here. What did I put in there in the end? Oh yeah, I just had to-dos. To-dos and bits and pieces, which I actually kept up with, which sometimes I don't use all the pages, but I use some of them. I did a good job that one. And then the last one that I have here to show you is my Planners Anonymous Christmas. This was Cozy Christmas. I still adore. I hate that this got a little bit bent at the top because it was just so beautiful. But this has actually got, so this was a card. So it's got a shaker in there, and then at the back, I did this up using some Tombows and a watercolor technique, and it was such a good way to keep sort of everything together. I had my Boxing Day sales stuff, I had my list, it was all in there and I couldn't lose it. And then you had the gorgeous sort of list down here, which I actually coloured in. I thought that was a different way to do the to-do. Instead of ticking it, I coloured in the mail when it came, which was really nice. But there we have it. You're now up to date with everything in my planner. Like I said during the whole thing, if you are interested in seeing how any of these weeks came together, you can find them. They're all on my channel. I don't miss them. I never make one without actually showing you. So you can find them all if you are interested. These are all techniques that I use randomly. Sometimes I use a pocket, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I use flips, sometimes I don't. Especially coming into footy season, you're going to see more flippers, and I'm going to try and invent new ways to make flippers or make things that I can hide my footy details on, because they do tend to take over the week a little bit, especially at this time of the year. So let me know down below which one was your favourite. Is there something in particular that you liked? Can you see a change in my planner from the start of July to the end of December? Let me know down below. Don't forget to find me on any of my socials. Whoops, that was the wrong one. They're all listed down below for you as well. Hope you guys have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you again in my next video. Sending lots of huggles. Bye.